Hi everyone, this is Lorraine. So today I'm going to go over what I used from my hospital bag. My hospital bag's empty. That means I didn't use anything in it. No, I'm just kidding. I used quite a few things and I didn't use quite a few things. So I'm going to go over everything. Well, not everything, but kind of try to the best of my ability. But first, I would recommend going on a tour of the hospital that you are going to give birth at because that will give you an idea of the things that you will need because they'll show you the rooms, they'll show you where to check in because that's essential. You want to know where you're going to have the baby, what the process is to go have your baby. It's good to go take a hospital tour. I highly recommend it. It just makes everything go easily. Pre-register at your hospital if possible, that way you don't have to fill out any paperwork. You will still have to fill out a little bit of paperwork. I did for my epidural, but I think that I could have done that pre-done that at my OBGYN, but I didn't. So basically you go in to the hospital. I'm going to kind of go step by step and kind of through my labor and delivery, but not quite, just kind of give you an idea of when I used the items that I did, just to give you an idea. So first of all, I left my bag in the car when we first got there because my fear has always been to go to the hospital and they send me home. Oh, well, they didn't send me away, so my husband did end up going out to the car and getting my hospital bag. But first they bring you in, they take you to a room and they check your contractions to make sure that you're really in labor. And I was really in labor. My contractions were 4 to 5 minutes apart for at least a minute long each. So I was in labor. I was 2 to 3 centimeters dilated and I was 90% effaced and I had a bulging bag of water. It means it was like ready to burst, which it had been since the day before, but it just wasn't bursting on its own. So I did end up having my water broken for me, which I think a majority of people do. But basically they take you in the room, they strap you up, check your contractions. I was good to go. So then they put you in a hospital gown. I did bring a hospital gown with me because I was sent this hospital gown by a company called Baby Be Mine. It's called a Gownie and it's really cute and I could have worn it, but the one that the hospital provided was just as cute and I thought, oh, I'll just wear this one and maybe I'll end up wearing this. I didn't wear it. A good time that I think that would have been wearing it would have been like the next day if I wanted to wear this kind of as a nightgown, where I stayed in bed, you know, when I had visitors and whatnot, but I just never wore it. So they give you a gown, they bring you to your room. I laid down in the bed and then they had asked me if I wanted to get an epidural. So you get all your blood work, you get more blood work done and the guy came in and did the epidural and you're basically confined to the bed once you get an epidural. So basically I didn't really need anything at all while I was in the bed prior to giving labor. Even the socks that they put on me, they gave me compression socks to wear during labor. They were provided by the hospital. So really nothing. I did have my cell phone because I looked online, I took a picture, put it on Instagram, that kind of stuff. I did film a little bit of my hospital room on a camera, so a camera is essential. Don't forget to bring a charger for your camera. Don't forget to bring a charger for your cell phone and your spouse's cell phone. So yeah, but you're basically confined to a bed, so you can't really do much. One thing that I didn't do while I was there, but it was already because I had makeup on. One of the things that I thought was funny was when I called my mom and I said, I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. Are you gonna be able to leave work early? And I ended up going and picking up my mom while I was having contractions. But anyway, she's like, do you have your makeup on? Are you ready to go? And I'm like, yeah. So I had my makeup on, but I could have put on makeup in the bed because you have your epidural and you basically you're not in any pain or anything. You're just laying there. So I could have put on makeup if I needed it, but I didn't. My one girlfriend told me that's when she put her makeup on, but I didn't need that quite then. I did use it though, but I didn't need it then. So basically you're confined to a bed and you can't eat or drink anything while you are in labor. Once you get checked into the hospital, I couldn't even drink water, which I really wanted, but I was allowed to have ice chips. And so my husband kept feeding me ice chips, but I did bring snacks And I think the snacks were pretty essential. I brought one to show you. I think that the snacks were pretty essential if you are going to have people with you at the hospital that you want to stay there with you. So I had snacks, so my mom and my husband were eating like all the little snacks that I brought with me. Because we got there at like 2:30 in the morning and I didn't have the baby until 2:30 at night. So we were there for 12 hours and they needed to eat, so they got snacks. My in-laws did bring them food too, but I didn't want them to leave the room, so you know, that's how it goes. So snacks were essential, and especially if you are like me and you give birth at 2:30 in the morning. My hospital cafeteria wasn't open. I wasn't actually hungry after birth. I know a lot of people that say that they're completely famished after birth. I wasn't hungry at all after birth, so I didn't eat anything afterwards. But I did have snacks in case I was, but I wasn't. What else? After you give birth, they take the baby right away and they do all the tests and everything, and they take the baby's footprints and stuff. So one of my essential things is to bring a baby book, which I did because they will stamp the baby's feet right then and there. At my hospital, they do not stamp hands because basically newborns will do a little fist, so it's basically kind of hard to get handprints of a baby. We did handprints the other night for his 1 month mark, so we did little handprints. This one turned out not so good. That one's pretty good. But the hospital did do the footprints, which those were the ones the hospital did. They just kind of put them in the book. And then my husband and I decided to do it at a month mark, where that one looks horrible, but that one looks pretty good. And his feet really didn't get any bigger in a month. So if you're going to do kind of like little steps in between, I think 1 month in between newborn and stuff isn't enough for the prints, but you know what I'm saying. So bring the baby book because that's really nice that they do that for you. And then basically, after that, what did I use? They make you pee. At least they make you try to pee. Like at least you need to pee within 8 hours after you have the baby. So the next morning I tried to pee. I couldn't. But why am I telling you that they made you pee? Oh, but they provided like a bunch of stuff. So once I was able to walk around and everything, one thing you don't need to bring with you is underwear at all because they provide these, which are their mesh underwear. They gave me a ton to bring home with me even. They're just basically like a mesh boy short underwear. And then you stick the pad that the hospital provides in it and the ice pack the hospital provides in it. And then you can stick these in it, which are Tuck's witch hazel pads that are supposed to do something. I don't even know what they do. But you stick those in there. They gave me some kind of cream to put down there. So I basically didn't need anything for down below. But yeah, so they provided all that. What else? The next morning you do want to take a shower. So bringing toiletries I think is pretty essential. And so in my toiletries bag, what I did use is I removed my makeup. So this was very essential. These wipes to cleanse were very essential. I washed my face. This was essential. My husband and I brushed our teeth. These were essential. This is open, we use that. So toothbrush, toothpaste was essential. Deodorant was very essential. I swear I smelled so badly like BO the next morning. It was pretty disgusting. So deodorant was a must. I don't even ever sweat. So it was just crazy. I smelled like BO, and I guess I gave birth, so that makes sense. But deodorant is very essential. Bring a deodorant for your partner. What else was essential in here? I didn't wash my hair. I did use dry shampoo, just because I didn't want to stand that long because I was so uncomfortable in the nether region from my hips, like, you know, moving apart and whatnot. I didn't want to be in the shower that long. I just kind of wanted to clean off my body and everything. So I didn't wash my hair, so I didn't need shampoo or anything. I think that's basically all I needed out of there. Then I did put on my makeup. I did put on my makeup the next day because we were having visitors and whatnot. So hairbrush essential. I did use my makeup. What's nice is to have a mirror that you can use in the bed so that you don't have to stand for very long, because standing is not fun after you just give birth. I did use, this is the dry shampoo I used, the Bumble and Bumble little white hair powder. It's awesome. Oh, this is great for while you're in labor, these Evian facial sprays, because you are so hot. My husband was putting like wet towels on my forehead, and he was feeding me ice chips and stuff, and so that was nice. But these are nice too, just kind of to mist yourself off during labor. But I used all of my makeup that I talked about. I used it all. I think it was awesome. I used it all. Your lips do get kind of chapped during labor. Not like as chapped as everyone made it seem though. So this was good to have the Sugar Lip Treatment by Fresh. This is my favorite thing for lips ever. So I used that. And like I said, I used all of my makeup. I did use hair ties during labor, just because you want to pull your hair back and out of your face, and it's just, you know, you're hot. You're hot. I didn't need breast pads because your milk doesn't come in until 3 days after you give birth. So I don't even know why people put on the list breast pads, unless for some reason you don't have a completely normal pregnancy and you have to stay in there a little bit longer. But I didn't need breast pads at all. I think, what else? The next day, after I had gotten all dressed and everything, I wore this, which is a nightgown, which is better. You want to have some kind of gown because they are checking down below. They come in your room and check you and stuff, so you want to kind of be exposed down there just because it's easier access for them. And when you go to the bathroom, you want to make it as easy as possible to kind of like change the pad out and change your ice pack out and everything. So this was like perfect. Plus this was perfect too because it buttons down. So when I was breastfeeding, it just made it super easy. So if you're breastfeeding, you want something like that's easy access, whether it be, I think that you want some kind of gown. This was perfect because it buttons down and everything. So this is like a sleep shirt. That was perfect. And then other than that, I really didn't need anything personally for myself in the hospital. My husband, it was nice to have, like if he wanted to bring a robe or something too. I did bring a robe, but I didn't use it because that was warm enough for me. But my husband wore a long sleeve shirt in the hospital, so make sure you bring a change of clothes for your spouse and maybe something kind of warm for him, or whoever's helping you, whether it be your sister, your mother, whatever. Make sure that they have something warm because you're hot and you want them to be like, they're going to like be in the temperature that you need. So you want to bring something for them to wear. One thing I did wear in the hospital a little bit though were these socks. These were our like slipper socks. They're from my Pure Barre class that I go to sometimes. I haven't gone in a long time, which I think I want to start again because they have a mommy bounce back program, but they're slipper socks, so then you won't slip or anything on the floor. And they're warm and they feel good. So I wore these together in the room after I'd given birth. And then basically that's it for your whole stay. Like I said before, you want to have your camera, your phones, you want to take pictures, you want to have your chargers, but you don't need anything for the baby at all whatsoever while you're there. You could bring a pacifier. These are the pacifiers that my baby likes the best, which are called the Soothie pacifiers. But I didn't give him a pacifier until after we left the hospital, just because I wanted to make sure that he latched on properly, which he did. But when you're in the hospital and if you want to breastfeed, I strongly recommend asking every nurse that comes in to help you with breastfeeding. Because holding the baby at first, like every nurse told me to hold the baby a certain way, and it finally like clicked the right way to hold my baby was different than what a couple of the nurses told me. So that's just a suggestion. So ask for help. The nurses are very nice, so you might want to leave them a gift at the end. And when you're leaving, the things that you need some kind of going home outfit. I ended up wearing like these little sweatpants that I brought with me because, you know, I just wanted something comfy. And then I ended up wearing this just tank top, which is a nursing tank top, which you don't really need to wear a nursing tank top, but just something easy access. This is by a company called BOOB, which these are nice nursing tank tops. But that's basically it. And then you need a couple things for the baby. You need a going home outfit. My baby was born at 8 pounds 11 ounces. And then the next day he weighed 8 pounds 7 ounces because they do go down in weight. But you need an outfit for your baby to come home in. And everything I've ever read says bring an outfit that's a newborn outfit and also bring an outfit that is 0 to 3 month size outfit. My baby being that big, he still wears newborn clothes, so I don't even see why you'd ever need to bring 0 to 3 month outfit to begin with. Because a month later, my baby still wears newborn clothes. So, yeah, I guess you still could just in case. Like maybe my baby I think is a little bit just longer, which I'll show you in a second. Little socks, like little pants, little top. This is a onesie. So you need like some kind of outfit. He's still wearing newborn clothes, so that's just my thing. In the hospital they did provide like things for him to wear while we were in there, like basically a onesie that had these little long sleeve onesie that covered the hands, so I didn't need mittens at all, and I didn't need mittens at home either. One of the things that we used when we got home was this nail thing that is called a Zoli thing. So when I do my newborn essentials, that is one of my #1 essentials because it's an awesome nail thing, and then you're not worried that you're gonna cut their skin or anything like that. But he's a good boy. He's a good boy. You also need a car seat for the baby because you cannot leave without having a car seat for the baby. You need some kind of car seat for the baby. And this is Graham's car seat. I don't have him strapped in at the moment. He's just sitting in there because I wanted to show you it. But I have a Peg Perigo car seat that I really, really like. He seems to like it okay, depending on the day he likes it. But it's nice to have a car seat that you can have some kind of snap attachment. This is an infant carrier car seat, which is nice because you have to bring your car seat into the hospital. So if you ended up getting the convertible kind, it wouldn't be as nice because it doesn't like snap and go like this one does. How you feeling, buddy? You feeling good? You look good. You look real happy today. You were with Grandma over there, enjoying your... Let me know what you think. If you have any questions about labor and delivery, I will be filming that very soon. So post those questions below and I can answer everything in that process. But I think that's basically all that I used. If you need anything, let me know and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.